Hey guys, welcome to Two Line Slot Cards. Yeah, wow. There's a bunch of traffic already in the comments. Had a little power outage right before we went live, so we've been struggling to get everything back up and running. So what's up, guys? Welcome. Little different screen for you guys tonight because we're going to be running some laps. We've got Dusty. Dusty's running his 91710 NSR, and Daryl is in the Thunder slot. So yeah, we might be doing some racing tonight. So what else going on? I'm gonna go back to the default. This is race live. What's up? So we'll go to the default. So welcome, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Who all do we have in the chat? We have Greg down in Clearwater. We have Wildman. Let's roll. Hey, Gene. John, all right. Let the racing begin. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We had a power outage. Gale force, no, the track is not bigger. It's 97 feet in lane length, 24 by 8 is the table layout. Might just be the camera angle. It's a slightly different angle. So, De Leon, what's up? Pete, you were up way past your bedtime, bro. Welcome. Glad to have you. Hey, Bo. Nice. Hey, Chris. Welcome. Hey, Patrick. Steve Connor is in the house. Steve Sweeney is in the house. Steve. It was the trio of Steves. The dream team. I don't know about that, Steve. Steve, if you weren't so far away, man, you would be here tonight. If you weren't 4 hours away from me. But, yeah, you'll need to come visit the layout. Dave is up way past his bedtime, too. Dave, glad to have you. Hey, DeFingers. DeFingers is in the house.
Yeah, he was there last night.
Yeah, he was there last night, too.
Good to see him back.
Yep. Hey, Jim Cunningham. Welcome. Shotgun Dave. How's it going? Scott Marble. Who else? Hey, Sean. Marty needs a mascot. That's great. Hey, Dan. Coffee. That's right. Yeah, we will be giving away some coffee. Thanks to my sponsor, Roast Coffee. We will definitely be giving away some coffee. So, as Dan says, coffee. So, yeah, don't forget, use 2 lines. You get 20% off your first purchase and 25% off your first purchase, 20% for subscriptions for the lifetime of the subscription. So, so if you read the post, we're going to be doing some racing tonight. There's only 3 of us. John Mark has a meeting if he's tuning in. Bro, we're just getting started. You can make it. Just let me know. We'll get you in the door. But it would be good. So right now they're racing vintage, getting some laps in. Daryl doesn't have a whole lot of laps in on this layout. So we've been practicing for a little bit.
He's not getting that many around.
And he's not getting that many right now. He's doing some testing and tuning on some cars. But we'll let him get some laps in and get used to it. We were fighting controller issues. And it was a conflict on a controller. Yeah, so just some weird stuff. I'm going to blame it on the power outage. So we got some pretty good storms rolling through right now. And, yeah. Let's see. Who else do we have? Who have I missed? So, guys, wow, 24 likes already. I appreciate that. I do not know how many we have watching. It looks like 51 watching. Wow. That's fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So maybe it is all about this view. And I was trying to superimpose the iPad with Smart Race up on this screen, on this view. But I'm sharing it to the TV so the guys can see their lap times and some of that on that screen. And because I'm sharing it, it just showed up as a big black box on this view. So I wanted to share that view with you guys, but it's not going to work. So I know it's not the best camera view of the track, but hopefully you can see fairly well. I could go to this view and let it focus. It might be a little better. So maybe we'll try it, but let's go back. That angle is a nice angle for the track. So if you guys have any, hey Raul. Yes, Raul has great videos. Hey Gary, welcome. Scott, I just actually had some coffee. I met Daryl over at Roast, and we had some coffee so that we could make it through this live stream. Hey, Maddie, welcome from Australia. Need to watch your video from last night, Raul. Pesky work has got in the way yesterday. Yeah, stinking jobs. Let's see. Cyberg, welcome. So, yeah. So they're running vintage. We thought we'd run that first. I think in the vintage class, I have a few options. So I'm going to let you guys choose what car I run.
Pick the slowest one he's got.
Well, I have an idea for a race. You guys can chime in. Hey, George. Welcome, man. Glad to have you.
I drove it about 2 years.
I have the Elva. We know how fast that car is. I have the M6A.
There's dead.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Every time I get to it, my car dies there. That one's dead too. Might be my brains. We'll blame it on the brains.
Well, I was having this. I forget which car it was. I was having the same problem.
Here, hang on.
So I could run the Pink Pig. It qualifies for this race. It's pretty close to being tuned up and ready. It's probably a little slower than my Thunder Slots.
That one, right?
Timing standpoint. So yeah, those are my options for vintage. Dusty's running his NSR 91710. He got the chassis fixed on it, motor pod cracked. John Tucci says I should run the M6A. I think you're right. It'll be a good test for it. It may not be as fast as my other Elva, but it's locked in on the track. So I think that's what we'll run. At least we'll give it a shot. And then we can move on from vintage to Revoslots, where I will probably run my Ferrari 333. It's a pretty good runner. I have a 911 Porsche as well.
Back there in the back too.
Here, put this one.
Moondoggy, welcome. Yeah, John, I don't know that it's a loose lead wire. I think we have a controller issue. But it's not showing up on every car. Any issues with that car? On that lane?
He wants it now.
Oh, this.
Just
Yeah.
two of mine.
He's trying to buy it off of me now.
Three flies and
It's
there, bud.
Is it?
That's it. That's the one I broke at Bruce's. Or at the Butch's.
Oh yeah, you did. That's where it broke. So then so we'll do some Revoslots, and then we may. Daryl brought a bunch of fly cars,
I just have to run a Revo against you.
and I've got
Actually,
The,
Josh races a Revo
the Capri.
against some of the other cars.
I have the Flunder and the fly cars.
Keep this on the track with no weight.
I have the Lancia Beta Monte Carlo. And I have the Swap Shop Porsche GT1. So I have some options. What I figured I'd do is I'll let Dusty choose what fly car he wants out of my collection or out of what Daryl brought. And then, depending on how much time we have, I don't know how late we'll go tonight, but maybe we'll do Group C. The other thing I thought about doing is basically letting somebody draw a number out of a hat that's attached to. You could get to choose any car from anybody else to drive. So Dusty draws a number 1, and that might be tied to me, and he gets to choose any of my cars that he wants to race. And then Daryl would choose one of Dusty's cars or my cars, or so just let somebody choose a car that doesn't belong to them to race if we have time. So I've kind of got a little spreadsheet up on another screen here with some lap counts so we can do some calculation. Because the way Smart Race works, it doesn't leave off
We'll have to shave some of that guide off, which is odd.
where you
It seems
do round robin. It doesn't really do round robin. So what I did was I numbered my track sections. And so what we'll do is if you get 26 laps and then you land on track piece number 58, it would be 27.58. And then the total laps, and it works out that a complete lap is 100 pieces. It's actually a little more than that, but I had to fudge the spaces a little bit. So that's what we'll do, is to keep track of that and go from there. So first up will be vintage, since that's what the guys are practicing. And we'll go from there.
I've got a special relationship. I've knocked that sign down I don't know how many times.
Dusty's tough on my track scenery.
Yeah. Nobody else has knocked that sign down, but I knocked that sign down 2 or 3 times.
So, if you guys have any recommendations for us or want to see something that you don't see, maybe what you guys could do is you could pick what car everybody races out of our collection. So, we'll see. Steve Sweeney, the Elva. Yep, it's very tempting to run the Elva, Steve. It's a fantastic car, and it's fast too. I'm getting a YouTube notification that Two Lines is going to be live 12 minutes ago. A little late. Yep, Ancient, we're getting ready to race. You picked number 4. The racing action at Host Slot Car Races this weekend was absolutely fantastic. Chris took at least 1 second, and I won another hard-fought heat race. Those folks are really good. That's cool. Well, man, you've got time.
Doing that.
Gerardo, the Pink Pig. Yeah, the Pink Pig is a good one. It still needs... John, I know. That's the trouble. It's not showing up. every car. It was definitely showing up in my cars, and so I was just curious that maybe it was my braids.
You want to run some in this lane?
No,
Yeah, you guys probably should. You should probably swap. Guys, how's the audio from the other guys? You should be able to hear the cars getting around the track, and you should be able to hear them.
Can everybody hear me? Can they hear me talk?
I can hear you talk,
Can you?
but can let me know in the chat. Can you hear Dusty
Can you hear me
and
now?
Daryl?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, they're not going to be super loud because of the type of microphone I'm using, but it shouldn't be awful either. No, nothing yet. Okay, hang on.
I tripped right over there.
DeLeon, race my most expensive car.
You got
My most expensive car,
I don't think I can call it that.
it's probably a tie between a bunch of them that were $90. So I think that's my most expensive car. Jim Cunningham, the audio is fine. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. I turned that channel up a little bit, so you probably hear a lot of the track. But you should be able to hear the guys talk. The fingers, low volume cursing. Yeah. Yeah, we may have to put a mature rating on this video on YouTube.
Probably a good idea.
That's funny. So how's practice coming, guys?
It's coming. There,
Got some pretty.
Daryl's wrecking me.
Daryl keeps pushing you out of the slot.
I ran into a sign.
Well, that's typical.
Daryl's fault.
Oh no, so
I just realized that I could probably run 3 laps to Marty's 1 lap. Oh, Patrick, on your layout. Yeah, my layout is 97 feet, and some change. So my layout is 24 feet long and 8 feet wide. And I have room to go longer, but I don't really have room to go wider because it's pretty tight where the drivers are standing. There's a little setback there right behind Dusty's back where we could go a little wider, but I'm not sure that really helps me much. But we really like this layout. But it looks like you're probably going to see more marshalling tonight than racing, the way it looks.
you need 8 marshals.
We need some more guys to come marshal.
Yeah, where's Chris at when we need him?
That's great.
I run right up underneath of him.
So now Daryl is running the
Lola?
McLaren,
it's the McLaren. It's the
Donahue.
Mark Donahue, yeah. And these look like some pretty good laps. Patrick, that's how small your track is. That's all right. Yeah, Gerardo, the Pink Pig is a great running car. Right now, it sticks pretty good in the slot. And I've not even changed the guide out yet. So if I were to put slot invasion guide, it would be pretty good.
Came out.
I did too.
Pink Pig. My index fingers weren't made for a keyboard. They will work with a controller in here. Slapper Daddy. That's good.
Up there. Run faster lap. 8.6.
So Daryl is running 8.6,
Yeah, he just run a faster lap.
and
Slow.
Dusty, you are right there, 8.7. Just 100th off or 10th off.
What car do you have him on?
It's the fat turbo, but we don't have all of his cars in, so I should probably just make a generic car.
I thought I bring too many.
No, that's all right. Let me make a generic car for Daryl.
Well, I just couldn't tell what car that was.
Daryl, would you like a noise every time you go across the start-finish line? Like a,
Oh yeah, then I
like
know
a
I made a
beep.
full lap.
A beep? Because
That's good.
that goes in. Magnets, no. Analog, yes. Save.
Car in my lane.
Okay. So, Dusty, I need to change your. So you're putting laps in on your car. And managing a race is tough. Daryl. Put Daryl on the Daryl car that I created. So we can keep track of his stats. All right. So, what do we got? What do we have? Dusty will have a bourbon. Ancient, you did the top lap with your laptop. As long as it's not a Bud Light. Bud what? Clean those tires. That's what it means.
You didn't have to do a sympathy wreck.
Yeah, we both wrecked at the same time. I'm over there.
We're all right as long as we ain't next to each other.
Yeah, I know. We done pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll give him a few more minutes. Is it always the same guy going off the track? It's both of them, Ancient. It's both of them.
Daryl's not making it real far.
Yeah.
Daryl's not going very far.
Oh, he lost his axle?
I don't know where the other one went though.
Yeah, that's no good, Daryl. How did that happen?
Some thunder slide wheels.
I don't know where the other one went.
Did it go flying? It didn't go flying off.
I don't know where it went.
Where was the wreck at? Or where did?
Well, one came off right here. Rolled up
Yeah,
there.
the wheel on the axle come off here. But I don't know where the first wheel come off.
What's up, Finn?
See it under there. Are you a truck mascot? Gotta be around here someplace. You've been drinking, haven't you?
Oh, his beard's always wet.
Well, here's the shim.
Oh, so it came back. It came off down there.
Shim was right here.
Chasing parts, guys. Chasing parts.
If anybody knows there's a wheel, let us
Yeah.
know.
If on the camera you see where that wheel went, drove the wheels right off of them, literally. Yeah, good thing it's not a snake, DK Moon said.
Already.
Replay. The other wheel is right where Dusty was standing.
Somebody does actually see it.
I think they saw it come off.
Well, the wheel with the axle went, and it was laying right here.
But the other wheel must have fell off down here because, well, it could have fell off anywhere, and then finally the shim
Yeah,
slid
because
out.
the one that we grabbed right there had the axle on it.
Ain't no big deal. I'll just put metal wheels on it anyway.
Yeah, we'll find it. It's
Yeah, I'll just do an SR metal wheels on the front.
It's around here someplace. All right, you guys let me know when you're ready to start, and we'll do a couple timed races here to get you guys settled in. Let's see. I was going to do something else.
I think he's setting it up.
Last thing.
Oh, you have it shut off, Marty? Or did we bump the...
I think you bumped the. Turn it.
There you go. All right.
You're back. Let's see here. I have to go actually out to YouTube channel.
Oh, I thought you had problems with it.
Stream. And then okay. I think I'm back. All right. So, what else do we have? Let's see here. You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel. Thank you, Kenny. That was John Albright.
Figures.
Wildman says the pit crew is fired.
Yeah.
Against the barrier on the outside lane.
Against the barrier.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Down here.
Right here. Yep.
Look at that. Who was that?
Who was that?
Greg.
Nice. Heck,
It was right under Dusty's nose.
Did the snake?
Yeah, I think that's where Dan Wiley was saying the same thing.
Yeah.
They could see it. That's funny.
I was just there.
Oh, I can see why. The backdrop, the wall there is kind of washed out, so it probably stood out on camera better than it did.
Because where it
There you
was.
go. Nice.
Right there where I'm
Finally.
looking, it waves over.
Yeah, sorry, Shotgun Dave.
Yeah, it waves over it where it was setting. There's waves.
Yeah, but on the camera, you can see it. I guess Dusty's Dunlap is covering it up. That's funny. Tell Dusty to check his zipper. That would have been.
Yeah.
You would have found it if you'd have checked your zipper. All right. Let's see. Okay, vintage. Oh, I guess I could run my 908.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one
Yeah,
too.
you can run that. You want to get a couple laps in?
I'm probably pretty good. Probably needs to put some laps in on the other lane. So do you.
Derek, you want getting this other lane?
Will that make me start learning all over again?
Here, we can just unplug that and plug it.
Yep.
And it'll be fine, right?
Yep.
Because you don't want this controlling.
It was the glass of bourbon. Yes, it would have. DK Moon said, "We just watched it slowly roll and rest there."
And they laughed at us.
Yeah,
walking around.
they saw it come off the car. Yeah, DeFingers, Murphy's Law is in full effect tonight. We've had a power outage. We've had controller issues.
All right.
Coding controller issues.
All track records are safe tonight.
You can get
Yeah.
this out if you want.
I don't know. Lap times are a little slow tonight. It's kind of humid down here in the basement tonight. So
Now, if we can just remember.
So I'll read off some lap times that they're running. Daryl. Let's see. Now I need to switch them. Daryl's on lane 2. It's Daryl on Daryl's car. Lane 1 is Dusty on his 9 Porsche.
Just a little kick in the ass as you go by.
Yeah.
In the ascot.
Wake you up there. I thought maybe he was asleep or everybody.
So we've got looks like 8.6, 8.7s, and they stay in the slot. Is he waiting on him?
Yeah.
There we go. 9 1s. 8.694. 9.0 from Daryl. 9.0. 9.4.
You're in blue. 8-4.
Yes, sir. See, told you all the records are safe.
I think that goes with the controller. I think that was Daryl in that thunder slot. Ran an 8.4.
Hey, you're probably right.
So what do we got going on in the? Sorry, guys. This is for me. This is chaos at the moment. This is true. So, in a round robin style of racing, we'll each run a 3.5 minute race in each lane, and it'll be total laps. So it's not who's in front. It's about who has the most laps, but that's how we'll run it. Yeah, you would lose a lot of time be sliding under the bridge. It's the only bridge that I have, and the old layout that we had 3 different places that you went under the track, and I had about 120 feet of track lane length, but it was a nightmare to marshal. This track is really pretty easy to marshal. It's a pretty good stretch to get to the back stretch, but you can get behind the table. But what we'll do is for stuff like that's tough, that you have to get the reacher out, the grabber out, we'll do a track call and stop the race. So that's what we'll do.
On my magnet bar on. Go ahead, you're driving me.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, he jumped in the other slot. Rider.
See? Even with your controller, it dies in that same spot.
Yeah. That Mark.
Huh. I don't know. I'm wondering if
This is a track. Give it up past that white label and it should go.
I don't know what the deal is with that.
I'm not sure. Might need to check a jumper. Daryl stopped on the lane changer. Slot Car Daddy, run a 5-lap heat, all stop on a D slot. I have the virtual car and I'm winning. Eric, thanks, Eric. That's good to know. I'm sure the race will happen. I love heat races. It's all good, man. Steve Connor, question: do Slot Invasion make a guide for Skelectric track? I don't know if it's specific to Skelectric track. They do make a Skelectric guide made for Carrera. I think all the Slot Invasion stuff is made for Carrera tracks.
I'm so used to being in that lane.
No, you got it laying on your trigger.
Oh.
Where you at?
That's what it was. I put that thing down, Marty, and had it holding the trigger.
And it took off on you?
Oh. You broke a piece of plastic. Oh. It was holding it up.
That's his Mach 5 jack.
See, it was that little piece of plastic on the back.
Something going on. You get it? Yeah, I'm getting around. It's not dragging, is it?
Uh-oh. The 91710 that Dusty just got repaired could be broken. Now,
That means you gotta get something else I might be able to keep up.
now, Daryl's running a Lola. Yeah, that one is having issues.
Same spot.
What's the braids look like on it?
Brand new.
Shotgun Dave, do it crash and burn style. If you deslot, you're out. Patrick. Yeah, nothing wrong with those. I mean, I guess I could have an issue with the track. Why is it work with one car and not another? Figure out what it was, Dust?
I don't know what it was.
All right. Let's run a race. So let's do... So, okay, Dusty, you are... You'll start in the white lane.
Okay.
Daryl'll start in the blue lane. So clean your tires. Here we go, guys. Racing action. I'm not sure what we've been watching. I think it's racing action too, but
Always been action.
$10 on Big Fun.
Been action.
Yeah, Curvy, it does. It acts like it loses connection in the car, which is weird. Rock Lobster. Chris Fetter. Skitter, skitter, skitter. All right, here we go. The pressure's on, Curvy says.
How long are we running?
This would be do you want to do a 4-minute or 3-minute?
3 minute.
3 minute? Okay, 3 minute, because I can't do half.
Before I'll be wore out chasing my car.
3 minute race. And Dusty, you are in lane 1. Daryl's in lane 2. And here we go.
Good.
Hang on. I know. It.
Oh. Here, hang on.
I'm going to get my tires dirty.
All right, here.
Okay. So you guys need to be able to hear the TV a little more than you can.
All right.
Maybe too loud, but we'll adjust it. Okay, I'm going to reset that.
Only thing it's going to say is Daryl's so far back it don't bother trying.
Nice. 3 minute. Confirm. Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
You want to stop it?
Yeah, that's what we can do. We can track follow.
Yeah. Yeah, we got
I'll do it from here.
Does that stop the...
If I do it from here, it'll stop the clock.
Okay. Yeah, stop it.
Surgeon right there.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Completed a new fastest lap. Only 2 minutes left. Dusty is in the lead. Caution.
Okay, you are blue. Dusty.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, analog, it doesn't shut the power off on the track.
Half of the race is now over. Caution.
Hopefully you didn't stop on the spot, Daryl. Can you move forward? There you go.
3, 2, 1, go.
That did.
There you go. Good. Got it?
Yep.
Caution. 3, 2, 1, go. Attention, only 1 minute left.
1 minute left. Pressure is on. What else do we have?
Dusty is in the lead.
Track.
Where we at?
Caution.
Bridge.
Under the bridge. There it is. I got you. And you are blue. 45 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go. Caution.
I'm in a dead spot. There we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
not stopping that. The power.
You beat me by 2
Normally
laps.
does. So.
Because when it finished, we were right there. We were right there by each other whenever it finished.
I was behind you. So you lapped me twice.
Well, it says 17-16, but when I hit the track call, you rolled through and I got a non-event, so you actually have 18 plus where you at? What number?
Let's see here. That is 75.
Okay, so let's do that. So Dusty is 18, 75, and Daryl is 16, 75. Daryl, pretty good for your only having about half an hour worth of practice on here. Okay, so Dusty, you'll come off. Daryl, you'll move to 1. Position 1.
I want to move mine to the center. That way, nobody gets a little tail happy.
Well, but the way I'm doing it is you'll start.
Oh, we'll still start? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, you don't need to set your car. You'll just.
It
Start
won't be
at
like-
the finish line. Right?
Okay.
Because we don't have the ability to do round robin
Okay.
scoring. So now, Daryl, you are in lane 1.
Okay. So.
You want to swap that controller out for him? And
Yeah.
I'll come in from lane 2.
You gonna run this?
That's fine.
Or you want to try the other?
Nope. I'll run that one. That's fine. Sorry, guys, I'm missing out on some of the chat. So, Dusty finished with 18.75, and Daryl was at 16.75. So, Dusty, from there, you'll have to start the race. So, yeah, just a start-stop from there. Oh boy, I don't know about this controller. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. That gives us a little bit of an advantage.
All right, here we go.
All right. All you gotta do is hit start.
Yep.
Three, two, one, go. Husky did a new fastest lap. Fastest lap by Darrell.
Hit stop.
Caution.
So if you
Just
hit
have to brag
that
on me,
yellow
didn't you?
hand, it'll turn it to where the whole screen is the start-stop.
That yellow.
Bottom left. The hand. Is it bottom left?
Nope, I'm not seeing a hand anywhere. I don't see a hand anywhere.
Okay.
That's all right. I can see that as long as it's
Okay.
start and stop.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Only 2 minutes left. Marky is in the lead. Half of the race is now over.
Stop.
Caution.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Plug it back in. You're good. Thanks. I picked that spot to come out of the slot, so it'll be easy for you to.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Attention, only 1 minute left.
Oh, again. You're right. Don't stop, Daryl.
Very good.
Marky is in the
You're
lead.
being too nice to me.
Keep going there. You guys
I have a home track advantage here.
there, I'm making reach down there and grab the car and hold it for a little while for you.
It's the only way I'll win.
Dude,
The fly is driving me crazy.
Marky did a new fastest lap.
What did I run?
7:06.8. Just leave us all by seconds.
Well, that's probably the record for this car.
Marky has won the race.
Alright.
I was
No,
right there
you're
when
fine.
you said that.
Oh no, you got roll. So 96. So Daryl had what?
Daryl's got. Says both of you got 19.
Okay.
Daryl done good on that. That lane.
That's my lane.
Yeah, that's your lane.
It's the one I've been practicing.
That other lane's, it's tougher. But that other lane's the one I always run on. That blue lane,
Yeah.
that's the one I always run on.
And I did. Let's see. This is
Good job, Daryl.
lane 1, 2. So what did I run?
You run 19.
19.
Both got 19 laps. That was a good race.
So I'm Daryl's ahead of me.
No, you were ahead of me. You passed me. 53.
But that would be 1953. So did I not get a lap
Say
count?
They did not count a lap.
Well, we can probably go back and look at lap times.
It'll make up for them two Dusty smoked me on.
And it shows.
Let's see, I'm probably 20 because I was ahead of him and I'm at 53. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm at 20:53.
Yeah.
So it must not have counted a missed the lap. See, I still think that it's I don't know what causes that. And it only has problems when we're racing. Okay, so I'll move to 1. Dusty, you come in at 2.
I come in too.
So I'll restart, new race, 3 minutes, confirm, and then I'll move to 1.
Where's your car?
Mine?
Oh, did you already grab it?
Daryl?
What? My car? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Dusty, you're on lane 2. With your. Yeah, see, here's with a round robin. If it would automatically shift people, That'd be great.
Yeah.
So do I push deposit and start it?
So what we'll do is, oh, you're right, Dust. There is no. Yeah, so there's your start and stop button. That's. Let's do this. Disconnect. Okay, reconnect, and then erase control. So there's your start and stop button. So that should start and stop everything you need. And then on here. All right. Here we go. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Did it start? Does it give you an error message?
Yep.
What's it saying?
Server is not connected to the control unit.
Okay, so then hit on the bottom of the other screen, there's a start stop button. It's just smaller.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Gotcha.
Caution.
Oops.
Got a runner.
Oh, we're both on the same one. You are.
I'm on blue.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here.
Oh, that's
3, 2, 1,
Here.
go.
Just run me over. Here.
We're
I'll
both
swap. All right.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Marky did a new fastest lap. Marky did a new fastest lap. Fastest lap by Marty. Caution.
You are
Blue.
Gosh.
Yep.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Gosh.
Caution.
Under the bridge.
Yep.
Blue would be inside. Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Keep going.
Only 2 minutes left. Marty is in the lead. Well, the race is now over. Caution. Three, 2, 1, go. Attention, only 1 minute left. Caution.
We're awful when we get next to each other.
3, 2, 1, go. Marky is in the lead.
Of course he is. He's gonna be my 2 laps.
One.
Marky did a new fastest lap. Caution. 3, 2, 1, go. The race winner is Marky.
You're 57. So what did you run? 1657. 1657. 57. And 18-1. How about it? Get some practicing in. So what do you want to run next? Should we run Revoslots next, guys?
No matter.
I'm way behind on the chat. I apologize. Hopefully that was some good racing action. Okay, all down your fingers. Marty, Slot Car Daddy. I don't know about that. Hey, Kevin Marshall. What's going on, man? Kevin, you definitely need to make the trip to Chillicothe and come race some slot cars with us, dude. Well, you come to Chillicothe. You work at Adina. Oh, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said that on the live stream. John, that car's hooked up pretty good. It's running pretty good. You're right. Run a few laps with that, Daryl. Tell me what you think. So how it compares to yours. Then you can run your Revoslots.
Man, Chris has got no faith in me. I'm reading through the chats. Chris got no faith in me. He's not wrong.
5-2 odds. Dusty crashes 3
Yeah,
times.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's awesome. Let's see.
We'll see when he comes down.
De Leon. Yes, I have, and that is fantastic. Somebody spent a lot of time putting that thing together, but it's awesome. Anyone interested in the axle box? Eric. Travis just did a review of it, and it seems to be working great for him, which is awesome that there's another option out there. I know Joseph is going to try to get a few more tech slot box out there. And then Jim Cunningham just released a cheaper OmniSlot box. And I know that Greg just got one and said went in like a breeze, and it was good. So we have some options to be able to run digital and analog now, which is really nice. It's always good to have options. So Wildman, are the boxes made here in the U.S.? Which box are we talking about? The axle box is made in Canada. That's where Alex lives. I'm not sure exactly where. Alberta, maybe? I'm just guessing. But, yep, Slot Car Wildman, Canada. Good job.
Huh?
Cars dying in this section of the trail.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Should I check to make sure there's a good connection over there? I can take a look at the track, but it's
Stuttered one time, and that was in this curve.
DK Moon. I have faith in Dusty. Somebody has to lose. Oh, jeez. These guys are brutal. Brutal. So, I will tell you.
When I'm not in the chat, I can't defend myself.
That's
They all
right.
talk trash.
That's right.
They're all nice to me.
They're all nice to him when he's in the chat, but when he can't respond, when he's not here to protect himself.
Yeah.
So, the final 38.63, 36.51, and 35.32. And that was Marty, Daryl, Dusty.
Daryl put a hurting on me.
What?
Is it still glitching, Daryl?
Yeah.
You beat me, Daryl.
Did I?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
36.51 to 35.32. So yeah, that's
That cheater card.
right.
Well, they're all cheater cards.
That's right.
I only get outlawed at the best places.
Yeah, Daryl tunes cars and gets outlawed at places. So, but he's not bitter about it. He blames Bruce. Bruce always outlaws him. Yep, Jim's box is made in Arkansas. Rodney wires them, and I do the rest. Yeah, Jim. Greg said that he's pretty happy with the real happy with the box. He's in the chat actually. So that's awesome. I think eventually that's what I want to do is get that for this track. Because mainly it would be cool to be able to use our analog controllers. So I really like that option. So Dusty just needs a shot of roast coffee or the bourbon.
Go out to the truck.
He did get some bourbon tonight on his way into the track. So Slot Car Daddy, I will say I do have a big advantage. I have way more laps than anybody on this track. So John Mark is right. Marty has a little more practice. Dusty's got his Revo slot. I might be in trouble with this. His 911 is faster than
Three or four balls.
mine. Dusty's Revo is quicker than both of mine. So, and it stays in the slot except for just then.
That's how I got mine. Old Rip man went to trade. Weller. Yeah, the Weller special reserve.
Ooh, I'm watching Daryl's Revo slots quick too. Guys, I might be in trouble in this one. I don't think that mine is that fast. Don't think it's that fast. But the old M6A. Who was it that said that I should race that one? Gene? No.
Single barrel knob tree.
Going back to the beginning. Steve Sweeney said I should run the Elva. But who said that
A couple weeks ago,
I should run
bought two bottles of
M6A?
single barrel Old Forester 90 proof.
Who was that? Who was that?
And then a bottle of
Yep, Slot R. We're running Revos now, buddy. But you probably went on to bed.
No more. Marty got me hooked on slot cars.
Let's see. The Pink Pig was one. Oh, it was John Tucci. Good choice, John. M6A was running pretty good.
just picked up that
So my Revo slot needs new braids, and I didn't have time. So I've got some work to cut out for me on this car. So again, Revo slot. Other companies,
Gage Taylor
this is what you want to do.
single barrel.
Is magnet the wing. Great idea. You run the Marco? Marcos or is that the?
Yeah, it's Marcos.
Free practice. Daryl, you're in lane one.
For a minute.
You guys go ahead. I'm just getting situated.
that new math they're teaching Common Core.
Right there.
Dusty did a new fastest lap.
If you do that, then you can at least get to hear it twice.
No, you can't. What do we got going on? In the chat. My truck video got banned in Russia. Why did that happen, De Leon? That's weird. So you can use analog controllers with the Omnibox. Eric, yes. So if you go to the website and look at the OmniSlot box, it has XLR connectors for your analog controllers. So that is the difference between that and a TechSlot box or the Alex box. The Alex box and the TechSlot box.
Yeah.
Those basically are chipping the lane. So instead of chipping a car like a digital car, the chips are in front of the lane, and so you. So I'm marshalling and talking. So you actually chip the lane, so you can still use the digital controllers.
Oh.
So that is the great thing about the OmniSlot box, is the fact that you can actually use your analog controllers and all of the functions from some of the more advanced analog controllers, like sensitivity and braking and speed control. So those are all.
I got him.
So that's the beauty of that box. Does that make sense? If you see a picture of it, you can see that there are XLR for both sides, both lanes. So you would have to create a dongle that your 3 clips clip onto that change it to XLR. But yeah. And Jim may have already answered that in the chat if he's still on. He may have given up on the racing since we were coming out of the slot a few times. So, yeah.
That was my fault. Okay. I'm in blue. Yeah, that was my fault.
Ancient, I'm not sure that it's not that nobody wants digital. People want to be able to do both. So people want to be able to branch out and not have to buy chips for all the cars. And I think that's what you run into is you start buying a $45 chip every time you want to chip a car that's not a Carrera car, and you want to run those. So I think it's just easier to change the layout to analog, run your analog cars, flip it over to digital, and run your digital cars. So I don't know that anybody's bailing on digital. I think just people want to be able to do both. And that's the advantage that these boxes give you, is that it allows you to run digital when you want to run digital. And then at the flip of a switch, you get to run analog. We have talked a ton about this in previous live streams, and I've made videos. There's a lot of great videos out there. Slot R has great videos on how to chip cars. I think I have a couple of videos, my early videos of chipping cars. And my first car was a GT40 from Slot It, and then I had this 908 chipped. And I can tell you that the destruction that happened to this car because it was digital, because it got rear-ended a million times, because you have cars in the same lane, it was really destructive to the cars. And so a lot of the reasons why I only run my Carrera cars, my 124 and my 132nd Carrera cars digitally, just because I keep them magnets in those, and we run those digitally. And then all of these cars I've converted back to analog just because, one, it protects them a little bit,
I think when he does
with
the
no
nights of
magnets,
2 analog races,
and
he should
you're not
do
getting
his house
rear-ended.
or sport.
You don't have any like collisions like that.
Yeah.
You might push people out of the slot, but
Bicycle
it's
fast.
it's different. So, but it's not that people are getting away from digital. I think people just want to be able to do both and not have to buy a bunch of chips. Take your trucks and convert them to tanks. DNA, a combo of digital and analog gets nice happy medium. Yeah, DNA, I agree. Bo, I have not researched European regs. I have had orders and made deliveries to France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Okay. I just got set up with the Omni a few weeks back. Awesome piece of, yeah, DNA. It is great. Jim and his guys have designed a fantastic,
Didn't work that time.
Didn't work that time. It did it.
fantastic box. And then the other thing, and Jim can explain, you can run any analog car, and it doesn't matter what the motor it's running. When you flip that switch over to analog, it basically isolates, from what I understand, it isolates the computer CU and basically turns the track into an analog track completely. And it takes the CU completely out of it. And so you don't have to worry about running too much power through the CU. It's getting bypassed all inside that box. Thanks, Wild Man. Yeah, I've answered that question a ton. So, but it's a question that gets asked a lot because, again, there's still just not a lot of information out there. Jim's got some videos about his Omni slot box. George did a great video about the Omni slot box. There's lots of tech slot box videos out there, but it's still something that a lot of guys in the hobby don't know about. They don't know a lot about, especially if you have never been in digital. There's no reason to know about it, but if you started in digital, there's always this draw to go to other brands of cars. And so I think that's the big thing with being able to run one of those devices is you get to do both. Again, some of these cars, it's tough to squeeze. It's tough to squeeze a chip in the slotted GT40. There's just not a lot of room with the interior. It sits right down on the motor pod. There's just not a lot of room. So, hey, John Mark, we miss you tonight, man. Sorry you're missing out. I hope your meeting was well. Bo, I see I added some links in the answers for the regulations. Okay, that might help. DeLeon, I still love digital, but there were many discrepancies in the chip relating to fuel consumption, the car speed. Had a very hard time trying to just adjust cars so they were very competitive. Yeah, DeLeon, I agree. I think it's just easier to run analog cars as analog, especially if you like to run no magnet. With the pit entry, when you're using the pit lane for digital, which is the joy. That's the joy of digital, I think, for me. And the computer announcing those kind of things. That's part of it. Jim, the Omni slot box gives a true analog so you can use your favorite analog controllers and any motors. Yep. I just mentioned that. That's the beauty of that. Gary, working overtime, finally got a chance to see you live stream. Gary, welcome, man. Thanks for joining. We appreciate it. You're getting to watch some racing tonight out on the track. So I have guys that have told me that my content is not content because I talk too much. And that's a great critique. I probably do talk too much. Anybody who knows me knows that that's the truth. It's one of my character flaws. But I did this race night with Daryl and Dusty, and hopefully John Mark was going to be able to make it because I wanted to have most of the video on the track, watching laps. So let's see here. Thanks for the info. I would love to use my deface at home. Let's see. I have no clue about the Omnibox. Maybe someday I will get up to speed. Yeah, Moondoggy, it's just go out and check out the website. Just Google Omni Slot Box, or let me find the let me put the link out there. Omni. Here is a link to the Omni Slot Box website. That's actually a link to the store. So you can find out more information there, Moondoggy. Everything you want to know about it is right there on the website. We still crash in analog, but digital was breaking tailpipes left and right. Yeah, De Leon, you're like, I have no plastic left on the back of my 908. Still one of my favorite cars of all time. I love this car. I love racing this car, but the fins broke off. The mirrors are broke.
Blaming me again.
Dusty destroyed this car by rear-ending me over and over again. No, it was so fast, and on a digital lane changing, like sometimes you'd be full speed and do a lane change and jump off the track and fly off over the wall onto the floor. It was a whole different experience, and not that it wasn't fun. We had a blast with those cars as digital, but I think we're enjoying them more with no magnets in analog mode. And then when we race like the 124 scale, we race those digital, and I think we're enjoying that even more. It's just a lot of fun. Gary, thanks, man. Jim coming out. I'll record you a lullaby, Jim. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Trying to figure out why Dusty's GT1 is tipping out of the slot like that.
Because Dusty can't drive.
Well, the first thing what Dusty said is Dusty can't drive.
Yeah. Just go ahead and tell me, John. We got thick skin, man.
The Revo slot, you can't really adjust. See, I think what needs to happen to that car usually is in the slot really, really well.
If I stay away from Daryl,
he stays away from Daryl. Yeah. But I think that it has to do with the fact that you can't really adjust the front ride height on a Revo slot without truing the tires. So what I think Dusty needs to do is true those fronts down just a little bit so that they're not riding so hard on the track. And I think that if he did that, then there would be less tipping out of the slot. I think it would hang in the slot a little better. I may be wrong. I'm up for a discussion on that, but that's kind of my theory. Is he just needs those tires just barely touching the track, and right now they're firmly planted on the track. And I think that the guide could get a little deeper for him if he did that, because it's the same thing that I really need to do to mine. I've not trued these fronts yet, mainly because the Revo slot class, we won't run Revo slots again until I think January, something like that. So that's kind of my.
Yeah, it came in a set.
Oh, John, you think too much brake?
Yeah.
John thinks you have too much brake set, and that's why it's tipping.
I don't hardly ever use brake.
Yeah, Dusty has a habit of not letting out to let the brake engage. He needs to learn to use the brake.
I didn't use brake then.
Hey, thanks, Wild Man. Dusty needs to tape up the Jeep grill. John, that's a good. White, is that you, Daryl?
Yeah. I love that.
I don't think have I seen that car?
That's bad.
Reverse Gulf colors.
I like that. Is that a Revo?
Yeah.
That's the 911.
That's that one that you can't get.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think I've seen that in person. That's a great point. Maybe he's got a little too much brake.
Oh, really?
You should do these races every now and then. Fun to watch. Gary, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've had a lot of guys request it, and I finally was out in front of it far enough that we could manage something. And Daryl's been wanting to get over here. And so I'm happy to have Daryl on the track and getting some laps in. So Daryl, this is his second time here. He didn't run any practice laps the last time we had a race day. The only time he raced was when he was racing. He was too busy tuning everybody's cars, which is what Daryl does, and that's why we love him. When we're at Cincy Slots, he is so helpful for people, and he's a great guy. So thumbs up to Daryl. I'm making him get some laps in because he doesn't usually get to do that. My Revoslots tires ride too high and don't even touch the track. That's interesting. Mine don't ride too high. They're close, but I like the tires to just be barely touching the track. But that's I'm ancient. Was born in 1967, so you got me by a few years, ancient, and you're here because you missed your '74 Cox Super Scale slot car. Understand? Slot car daddy back from the pool. Who won? I won.
I got one over you can try.
I don't want to.
I ran 38.63 laps. Daryl ran 36.51, and he just nipped Dusty by about a half lap. And I remember Cox car. I had a dune buggy. Fingers was born in 56. I was born in 70. Moondoggy 6-0.
It's new. I think John Bacon
So
got it.
it's 9:28. Wow. So we only got one race in. We spent too much time practicing, but I wanted to get those guys. They really needed some laps.
What was that one that? What was that one that? Was it John Bacon that got that purple deal on it?
Yep.
That's it. But I don't know what one was that. Opal?
It was the. I think it was an Opal. I'd have to look it up.
That's so cool.
Your front tires must touch at least a little.
It runs pretty good too. The quick slicks.
Oh, I like. Is that?
Kick the tires.
Does that have quick slicks on it?
So cool.
See, super tires. I hope you're listening and watching. Get those tires done for these Revoslots. I am dying to get some of these, but I won't buy.
They made them by this fall, this winter.
Are we going to have a Revoslot class with those?
Yeah.
We are? Yes. I love those little cars, but I haven't bought one yet because I want a set of silicones for them. So, all right.
That's still got the stock small penny.
It should be illegal front wheels that don't touch the track. Yeah, mine act like outriggers. They just barely touch. I don't have a gap. But
See, that goes just
yep.
fast.
Marty, that's what happens at my race night. Lots of practice laps and maybe 2 races. Kirby, I know. Well, you want to give guys time to tune cars, especially if they have cars that haven't been on the layout, right? Daryl has not really run much at all. I didn't think it was fair to throw him into a race immediately, but now he's got some laps in. Sitting here with 61 laps since we reset after the last race.
The little car runs
That
good.
car is quick.
And he said they changed them to get more top end out of them.
Yeah, they put
Well,
a
that
bigger
kind of little
pinion
thing
on it.
runs.
So
Yeah, it's keeping up with that.
what pinion?
Runs just as good as that thing.
What pinion is in that?
The stock one.
Is that the
They
12
did
or the
mess up
9?
and Put bigger ones in them by accident, and they were really noisy. So you had to swap it back out to the right size pinion to quieten it down.
Yeah.
But some guys are still putting 1 or 2 tooth bigger pinions, but it's keeping up with that.
Yeah, that thing's running
Runs
great.
good.
That looks like
That's
a lot of
fun
fun.
little
It's
car.
not from tuning.
It's not even been tuned.
It's not for tuning.
Oh, it's not for
It just runs good.
Dude, it gets through the S turns really good. Yeah, happy birthday to your grandson. James Dickey, what city in Ohio are you from? I am from Chillicothe, and I live in Chillicothe. I grew up here, and yeah. So, James, where are you at? Dan, 64.
That is fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Love that ship.
We'll have them. No, but BRM has one. I think it's the Opal, and it's
Let's see.
1/24th, but it's the size of a 132.
well,
It's
probably.
it's kind of in between, I think.
Yeah.
It probably, the body looks big up against the 132nd,
Yeah.
but it's about the same size because those bodies are,
But it's like
those cars are so small.
purple. Like
Yeah,
black.
John, I do too. This is the first time we've had one on the layout because I keep buying something else.
Yeah, dude, you have got to.
To try that car? All right, let me run a couple laps with the group too.
It is fun. It is a cool little car, dude.
That's cool.
It's in, yeah.
Do we want to?
That's a fun little car. That's like a daggone legend car.
It's quicker than Legends, I think.
It's fun, isn't it?
Oh, so you put it on its top.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
Isn't that a cool little car?
Yeah, those are quick
Quick slicks too.
Yeah.
Super tires might mess it up if they grip too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it roll.
Yeah.
It's got a twin wing kitman. That's cool.
It's a cool little car. Yeah, it's real cool. Yeah, thanks a lot, Daryl. Yeah. Just what I need.
Hey, I hope you guys spend your money.
Oh, I
That's
know.
right.
I know, Daryl. Yeah. You've
I
been
love
a
chili
good
coffee.
friend.
That's right. I do too. I had a nice coffee tonight. Daniel Thomas,
Good
quietly
friend.
watching here. Your pit lane track pieces placement is really well thought out. So, Daniel, my thought
That's your fault.
of how I have the pit lane laid out.
You got poison.
We had a lot of problems with coming out of this straightaway. I had it in the front straight, and we would come into that straightaway, and everybody was hitting the pit lane too fast, and we had lots of crashes
They've got some really
at the pit
cool
lane.
liveries
And
in
so
all
by
those
putting
little
it
cars.
out here,
You know.
there's a lane changer here to get over to it if you need to. It's a little quick, but you have to slow down because of this turn right here.
So I can't get
And so I thank you. I really thought about that. I thought it would be fun to have the pit lane in the turn, but it really was a function of trying to slow people down so that we had less crashing going into the pit in the pit lane.
Digital Cincy.
And Dusty's joking because we've only run digital one time with the pit lane like that. So once I changed it.
Analog
But-
stuff. We haven't hardly messed with.
Okay, are you guys going to run a Revo slot race?
We can.
It's 9:34. Let's run a couple Revo slot races, and then we'll call it quits. But we still have, I don't know how many people we still have watching. 62 people watching.
Jeez.
All right, we're going to run a Revo slot race, guys. So yeah, Daniel, I hope that explains why I did what we did. But thank you. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, don't forget about the coffee. I'll be giving away some coffee. We need a bourbon sponsor, Dusty says. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate the shout out for my sponsor.
Legend car makers
I
mark.
know, that's cool.
All right, Revo slot. You guys are in lane 1 and 2. You're already set up.
All right.
New race, 3-minute race, confirmed.
Oh, you're going to run that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude, it was.
That thing was flying, man.
I'm impressed. Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. Just into the new fastest lap. Caution. 3, 2, 1, go.
I love the size of it.
I know.
Just into the new fastest lap. Dusty did a new fastest lap. Caution.
6-7. That was good. That's a good lap. That's quick for the Revos.
Yeah. Especially that lane.
3,
Yeah,
2,
the blue lane.
1, go. Only 2 minutes left. Dusty is in the lead. Dusty did a new fastest lap.
I got you.
Caution.
Where's John Mark when you need him?
He's in the chat. I think he was. Phil Russo.
You can sit at home and talk.
Welcome, Phil. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex, we were discussing... sorry, here we go. Yeah, Alex, you want to rewatch because we were discussing the axle box. So, hey, Phil Russo, welcome. The Porsche's got a little more top in it.
Half of the race is now over.
Running pretty good tonight.
Phil, welcome. Anthony.
Caution.
Anthony says, digital is great, but I don't like bumper cars. Put a magnet on the back bumper and one on the front. Opposite attraction, the cars would not bump into each other. That's funny, Anthony. Yeah.
Three, two, one, go.
What we got? Yeah, that one. There we go.
Attention. Only 1 minute left. Dusty is in the lead.
Yeah, this stretches out on that back stretch.
Caution.
Oh, you got 5 seconds. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. The race winner is Dusty.
It was right before the
Yeah, I was going to say,
things.
it didn't count the lap.
Yeah.
So
58.
58. So Daryl, is it?
Yeah, mine's like whatever's right before the start finish.
See, Daryl was in lane 1, right?
So I rolled pretty
At least
good.
you didn't lap me twice that time.
And Dusty, you were...
What are you talking about? You beat me on the last one.
I said, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Oh, wait, I go back in.
There's a piece of weight.
Off of somebody's.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now, it's new race. New Daryl, you are out. Dusty, you moved to 1. Dusty, and you are running your 911. I think I'm in trouble in this race, bro.
Oh, I doubt that.
Marty, I don't know, man. I don't think my Ferrari can keep up. Okay. So Daryl, that would be great if this connected to the server. Do this real quick. Open menu. Smart Race server.
What happened?
Smart Race Connect. Who?
Oh, okay. You're messing.
Yeah. So I'm going to reconnect this to the server. Okay. Race control. So bam. This start and stop should work now. Oh, thanks for setting that up.
Clean your tire.
Yeah, better. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, let's see if that start button works.
Nope.
Have to use the other one. How about I have to do an update?
3, 2, 1, go. Dusty did a new fastest lap. Caution. 3, 2, 1, go. Caution.
You were on your side. I thought you should just be on your top.
Yeah, just help out a little bit.
All right, here we go.
Make sure your driver couldn't get out and flip it over and
That's
take
right.
it.
Yeah.
2, 1, go. Dusty did a new fastest lap.
I'm out.
Only 2 minutes left. Caution.
Thanks, Dust. Yeah, you just got a little more top end
2,
than I do.
1, go.
And I think you stay in the slot a little better.
Dusty is in the lead.
Sometimes.
3, 2, 1, go. Half of the race is now over.
Oh, God.
Caution.
It's a good race.
3, 2, 1, go. Marty has taken the lead. Fastest lap by Marty. Caution.
I may be in a dead spot.
Yeah,
you're ready.
I'm used to being in the blue lane.
Yep.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on.
Caution.
I think either of us going to get much more than 10
3,
feet from each other.
2, 1, go. Attention, only 1 minute left. Marty is in the lead. Caution.
Well, we may never get this race in.
3, 2, 1, go. Caution. Three, two, one, go.
Gosh, man, cannot.
Here you go.
This lane has got me messed up.
Yeah, that's the lane you just lost.
Congratulations to Marty for winning the race.
That was a good race, dude. That was a really good
Jeez.
race. So
We worked far away from each other.
57, 52. 57, 52. All right, Daryl, you, oh, here's your card. You're now in the blue lane, I'm in the white lane. Oops, sorry. Let me put my set up. Repeat. Wait, cancel. There we go. Off the 17. Dusty. 17. 52. That was 1757. All right. So now what we'll do is repeat, confirm, and then I'll go to lane 1, which is me. And then Daryl. Okay. So now we should be good to go to start. Then Dusty's in the
Chris, Chris is all over me tonight, man.
All right.
All right, ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Caution.
You're right. Okay. The controller got me there. Okay, I'm ready. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Fastest lap by Daryl.
Oh, I got you.
Caution.
That was on me. I think I bumped you out of lane.
That was me, probably.
ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Marty did a new fastest lap. Marty has taken the lead. Fastest lap by Marty.
Until he went out.
Caution.
Slot. Go ahead, sir.
Daryl has taken the lead.
Same spot.
Caution.
Should be getting penalized for coming out in the same stinking spot.
Because two different controllers.
Yeah, I think it's a break. Okay, we'll try that.
3, 2, 1, go. Only 2 minutes left. Marky has taken the lead. Marky is in the lead.
Oh!
Caution.
Oh, I just unplugged it. All right.
3, 2, 1, go. Daryl has taken the lead. Our brother race is now over. Marky has taken the lead. Caution.
That's some good racing.
3, 2, 1, go. Daryl has taken the lead. Attention, only 1 minute left.
Don't stop.
Caution.
If I can't learn to drive around that corner.
3, 2, 1, go. Daryl is in the lead. Marky did a new fastest lap. Marky has taken the lead. Caution.
That was me. That was me.
That made Daryl the intimidator.
There can't be much time left, right?
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
I was by the total sign when it stopped.
That was a good race.
That was a really good boat. Those last two have been both really good races. So what was it? 16.
66 for me and 77 for you.
All right. 34, 33, 33. So that was a super tight race. So that's Revoslots for you.
Yeah.
Revoslots are very, very tight. Have to name Daryl the Intimidator. Skip to my lose. Sorry, Dan. That too, Dusty. 33. That's so funny. Wow, great race. Kirby, yeah, it was all the Revoslots are tight races, I think. They're all very even cars. I think Daryl in the first race, if he'd have ran the Marcos, it'd have been really tight with Dusty. That Marcos had a nice top end because you would beat me down the stretch. I think I was just a little quicker through the S's because I felt like that's where I could catch up. I felt like that's where I caught Dusty too. Yeah. So tight race. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, Chris, we had a pretty good storm right before we went live that kicked the power out. So Dusty is on camera, Kirby said. Isn't it funny how when the gap between cars closes, D-slots happen? Yes, Patrick. You get a little racy when you get close to somebody. That's how it is. I'm used to marshaling myself on backyard slot car track. The fun weather we have been dealing with. Yeah, Chris, I'm sure you've dealt with some nasty stuff. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. The live stream. This has been a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this kind of content. And don't forget, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, guys, thanks. I'll be contacting one of you. I'll go through and do a selection for the coffee. So if I send you a message, give me your address, and we'll get coffee out to you. But, guys, this has been great. Thanks for tuning in.